Right now, the highlights from the final debate in the race for U.S. Senator in Wisconsin and a preview of the Gubernatorial happening tonight.
Plus, the January 6th committee votes to have Donald Trump testify. What happens next?
Wake up and smell the coffee and enjoy that because there is snow on the radar starting to move into parts of Wisconsin. We're going to talk about what to expect with today's weather.
Say it ain't snow. Good morning, folks. Welcome to News for Now this morning. We made it to Friday, October 14th. Good to be with you. I'm Josh Breiter.
And I'm Chris Stanford. Thanks for joining us. Chris Reese, chilly out there this morning. And we are watching the radar because we have snow to the north and west. It looks like it's headed right for us. So what's going on?
Yeah, we do have snow right to the north and west. It's already starting to move our direction. And we've got to watch it. Now, I will tell you, our temperatures are warmer. We're warmer than they are to the north and west. But there is some steady snow coming down. All of this kind of rotating in along and south of I-94 this morning. That's going to rotate through I-35 to our north and west and ultimately work its way towards southwest Wisconsin. Here's the deal. Our temperatures at 37. We just cleared out some of the cloud cover that we've had. Look for temperatures to drop now. That dew point is at 28. So as long as we get some clearing skies before the sun comes up, you're going to see a little bit of a sharp drop in temperature, and then we'll start to warm things back up just a little bit. So we'll go down to about 35, 36. Then we'll start to gradually come back into the 40s as that sun comes up. But we're going to see a whole lot of cloud cover today, especially with that system that's starting to move in from the north and west. So that being said, overall temperatures stay into the 40s for your highs this afternoon. We're going to see a lot of clouds, and much like yesterday, we'll see periods of showers with some wintry stuff mixed in there at times.
A lot going on. Chris Reese, thanks for tracking it all for us. Campaign 2022 coverage now. Senator Ron Johnson and Democratic challenger Mandela Barnes facing off in their second and final debate ahead of next month's election.
This one held in Milwaukee, and it got a little more personal with each candidate attacking the other as being a liar, radical, and out of touch with the average Wisconsin voter. At the end of the debate, moderators asked the two to say something admirable about the other.
Well, no, seriously. I do think, the senator is proven to be a family man, and I think that's admirable. That's absolutely to be respected. He speaks about his family. He's done a lot to provide for them. I absolutely respect that.
Mr. Johnson.
Likewise, I appreciate the fact that Lieutenant Governor Barnes had loving parents, a school teacher, father that worked third shift, so he had, good upbringing. I guess what puzzles me about that is with that upbringing, why is he turned against America? I mean, why does he find the founding of America awful? It's
somehow
we did not. 1 minute response.
Tonight's debate comes just a day after a Marquette University Law School poll showed Johnson with an apparent lead, marking a steady increase for the incumbent since Barnes won the Democratic Party in August. Happening tonight, Governor Evers will be taking on Republican challenger Tim Michels in their first and only televised debate. That's going to be held right here in our News 3 Now studios. You can watch it live on air and online at channel3000.com starting at 7 o'clock.
As we enter the final stretch of campaigning here in Wisconsin, we're seeing candidates not even on the ballot offering their time and energy to push their preferred person over the finish line. Here is U.S. Senator Tammy Baldwin campaigning for Democrats in La Crosse yesterday. Having someone like Baldwin come in and campaign for you can be a powerful tool, and we're seeing this on the Republican side as well, as U.S. Representative of Wisconsin's 1st District, Brian Stile, has been campaigning with 3rd District candidate Derek Van Orden.
We look at Derek Van Orden in the western part of Wisconsin. He's committed to making sure we're standing with the men and women of law enforcement.
I was talking with one of our organizers, and she said that we signed up a ton of people to go canvassing and door knocking just because Tammy Baldwin was there.
It's an open question if surrogates will continue to campaign for candidates here in the state, but Politico is reporting that the Mandela Barnes campaign has reached out to former President Barack Obama to campaign with him.
Happening today, former President Trump says he will respond to the January 6th House Committee, making a shocking call to hear from Trump himself. This led to the former president lashing out on social, asking why he wasn't asked months ago and saying, quote, "The committee is a total bust that has only served to further divide our country," end quote. The dramatic hearing featured more video testimony from former top White House aides who recalled Trump's private acknowledgments that he lost the 2020 election.
He had said something to the effect of, "I don't want people to know we lost, Mark. This is embarrassing."
A final report of the panel's findings is expected by the end of the year.
Meanwhile, the former president has been dealt another blow as the U.S. Supreme Court has rejected his emergency request to intervene in the Mar-a-Lago documents dispute. Last week, Trump asked the justices to reverse the federal appeals court and allow a special master to review the classified documents that were seized from his home. The move could have opened up the door for Trump's legal team to review those records, but in a brief order, the Supreme Court denied the request.
New this morning at 6:05, a 30-year-old man will spend the next 16 months in federal prison for illegally re-entering the United States. Paulino Gonzalez Zarate was arrested in Dane County back in March for domestic violence. This led to him being indicted by a federal grand jury for illegal re-entry in May. This is not Gonzalez Zarate's conviction for illegal re-entry.
Also new this morning, college-bound students who took the ACT posted the lowest average scores in 31 years. The organization behind the standardized exam used in college admissions says that the pandemic is likely to blame for the lower scores. A spokesperson for the ACT points out that many students were dealing with remote learning through their sophomore, junior, and senior years. The lower scores for the standardized college exams corresponds with data from elementary schools during the COVID-19 pandemic. The average scores for 9-year-olds in 2022 showed the largest decline in reading since 1990 and the first ever decline in math.
Well, check out the new official logo for the 55th anniversary of Summerfest. The logo's design ties in elements from the 70s and 80s. They're also releasing their 2023 special promotions lineup. This year's promotion will include a favorite Summerfest memories contest in February, and the festival will kick off this year with the first 10,000 fans receiving exclusive merch.
Coming up, scientists are using dogs to help track down what's always been very difficult for humans to find.
Plus, it's the weekend in the 608. We made it, and we've got a preview of all of the happenings around town, only on News 3 Now this morning.
With Pick and Save Fresh Perks, it's easy to get lower than low prices for the win. You also earn fuel points on every purchase to save big at the pump. Pick and Save Fresh Perks. All you do is win big savings. Pick and Save. Fresh for everyone.
Join us at the Madison Fall Parade of Homes, exclusively sponsored by Nuns. Visit and get inspired for your 2023 building and remodeling projects. Go to MadisonParadeOfHomes.com and purchase your tickets today.
My school does active shooter drills every few months. It's terrifying to think about.
Tim Michaels wants to allow teenagers my age to buy AR-15s with no waiting period.
It's a terrible idea.
It's a really bad idea.
And Michaels wants to allow people to bring loaded guns on our school grounds.
And that's just not okay.
I don't want guns in my school.
We shouldn't be making things worse.
Tim Michaels is just way too radical.
He's way too divisive.
Tim Michaels is wrong for Wisconsin.
Today at overture.org.
Welcome. We're so glad you're here. Looking for one of our most capable Ford SUVs? Okay, great. We've got you covered. Spacious interiors, innovative tech, good looks, and a legendary off-road experience. Check out our inventory today, or let us help you place a custom order. Getting into the perfect Ford SUV? Well, it's easier than ever. Yeah, we've got you covered. Now choose Flexpay on a 2022 Ford Escape or Edge and get 0% financing for 66 months.
Keep bragging about your buck after the hunt with wild game processing from Johnson's Sausage Shop in Ryle, Wisconsin. Friends enjoy a hunting story more over a jalapeno cheddar stick. Johnson's Sausage Shop accepts wild game 7 days a week. First bucks in are the first brats out.
Okay, let's start with some clouds, some mountains over there, and finally a river. Hey, Dad, look.
Looks like the perfect spot.
American Family Insurance is here to protect your family on the road with the Travel Peace of Mind package. Get a quote or find an agent at amfam.com. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance.
It's bacon! Smoky bacon. Meaty bacon. Tasty bacon. Bacon! Oh, I love you.
Dogs go bonkers for bacon. And try bacon pizza flavor.
Pizza!
With the Pick and Save app, no matter where you order free
pickup, you get the same great deals as you get in our stores. So start your cart today.
Whenever, wherever.
Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
All right, time to see what's going on in the 608 this weekend. Josh Breider is here to break down all the happenings. And, you know, there's a little something for everyone this weekend, indoors and outdoors.
Yeah, with the weather, it's kind of that time where a lot of things are starting to move indoors, which is fine. We're always making the most of it here. And, of course, we've got a lot going on, so let's get right into it this half hour. First up, happening tonight, this is going to be a big one. The Madison Night Market is back with a special return on a Friday. Typically, they're on Thursdays, but October's is on a Friday. And this Madison Night Market is in partnership with the Wisconsin Science Festival, Science on the Square. I think this is going to be a big night. This is also a great opportunity to support local businesses in the downtown area. We love supporting local here. There's going to be music at Lisa Link Peace Park throughout the evening as well. Happening tomorrow, it's time for the 16th annual Fall Fun event in Sun Prairie. Saturday is designed to offer a variety of fall-themed activities and entertainment in downtown Sunny P. It goes from 11 to 5 with happenings at both Cannery Square and the Sun Prairie Historical Museum. Then on Sunday in Middleton, the community is going to come together to hopefully raise $90,000 in support of Gilda's Club through Gilda's Run Walk. The event starts and ends at the Meat and Hunt parking lot in Middleton. Nearly 700 runners and walkers will be participating in that 5K run and 2-mile walk. The event is going to culminate in a celebration with awards, music, and grilled Ruth's Chris Burgers. Sounds yummy to me. Remember, you can always see what's going on in the 608 by going to our section of channel3000.com. You can also check out the community calendar in partnership with our friends at Madison Magazine.
Sunny P?
Sunny P.
Do people call it that?
They do.
How did I not know that?
I know. Just like, otherwise you have to say Sun Prairie much. Yeah. SP, Sunny P. I think we're always looking for a little sunshine, right?
Oh, I love it.
Sunny P.
There's so much going on this weekend, and you are in town.
Yes, I'm sticking around. Yeah, we're going to be out actually in the downtown area. This worked out well. Tonight we have got some family friends in town. Other than that, very chill for me, which is unusual. We still have one more wedding, which is in your neck of the woods.
Stevens Point.
Yeah, next weekend. That'll be our 9th wedding this year. 9. 9.
Oh, gosh.
That's
too much. Too much for this guy.
I'm hopeful that next year it's like, I mean, I love weddings, but nothing right now. So I'm like, maybe that'll stay the same.
Thinking about checking out the Madison Night Market tonight.
I think that's going to be awesome. Friday night, I bet you it'll be a big crowd.
Yeah, good stuff this week, Josh. Thank you.
You bet.
And don't forget to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. Reach out on social media or email him for a chance to be featured. Okay, so we've heard Chris Reese talk about grapple over a lot the last 2 days. Check out this, some pictures from former News 3 Now first war meteorologist Dana Fulton, posting some pictures of the grapple in Madison. So Chris Reese has been schooling us on the science of grapple. It's kind of complicated. It looks like sleet. It starts out as snow, then goes to rain, and then a bunch of sciencey stuff happens. Why don't you explain it?
Sciencey.
Science. All right, yeah, let's really go ahead and break this down a little bit. Really what it is, it starts out as a snowflake. A lot of our rain, even in the summer, starts out as snowflakes higher up in the cloud cover. So you have a snowflake that's coming out of the cloud, but it hits a layer of what is called supercooled water droplets. What does supercooled mean? It's pretty super, I'll tell you that. That being said, what you have water droplets that are still liquid, but the temperature of those water droplets is below freezing. It's below 32 degrees Fahrenheit. So what happens is these super cooled water droplets then begin sticking to the snowflakes. And so they become this layer of ice. It's on the outside of the snowflake as it falls down. This results in those white small pellets that resemble hail, but unlike hail, these are soft, these are cushionable. And instead of truly just being a bunch of ice chunks falling out of the sky, you're really getting kind of a snowflake that has some water around it. That being said, I am tracking some snowflakes to our north and west this morning. All of this is rotating in to parts of western Wisconsin, but I've been looking at cameras all along I-94. This snow is actually putting some snow on the ground. I mean, we're starting to see some reports in the form of inches coming out of parts of Minnesota this morning. That being said, I don't expect anything like that for us. We are quiet headed out the door now, but you're going to see clouds on the increase, and you're going to see some rain showers today. Much like yesterday, they could be mixed with snowflakes or graupel as well. 31 for Viroqua, Boscobel, and Platteville. A little bit warmer to the east, but we've had a little bit more cloud cover. 36 in Watertown, 36 in Janesville as well. At the Madison Airport, we are coming in at 37, but most of the Madison Metro, you've got temperatures around 30. Some of you are even into the upper 20s this morning, so it is quite chilly. Winds are out of the south and west at 6 miles per hour, and with dew points into the upper 20s, there's certainly that room for temperatures to fall. So the model doing a horrible job at picking up at what's happening right now. But that being said, we're using this as guidance or the timeline on how things may play out for us. I expect us to get through about 10 o'clock to lunch, doing okay. But by lunchtime, much like yesterday, we'll see those better chances for some showers developing across southern parts of Wisconsin. And we'll keep those shower chances around into the early afternoon, maybe even early evening before we start to clear out during the overnight hours. Down to 31 tonight. Then we'll see more sunshine tomorrow as temperatures top out into the 50s. 53 your forecast high for your Saturday. 48 on Sunday. We'll see a chance for rain at night. Then flurries on Monday with highs struggling to get out of the 30s. Back into the 50s by next weekend.
Can I just say I love it whenever you call out the models and you say, this model's just not doing it for us.
You know,
it's get it wrong.
We show a lot of models on air. That's what we use to kind of give you guys at home a visual.
Right.
But I will tell you the key to being a meteorologist. Anyone can look at a model. A meteorologist has to understand.
Hold on, let me get a pen and paper.
A meteorologist has to know when that model is wrong. We've got to outsmart it.
It's about time someone holds those models accountable.
You know, Chris.
Thank you.
You know.
To our coach of the week now, Kirk Kangas took over the Westfield football program with one goal, and that was to change the culture. And his first 2 years, they didn't win a single game.
But after seeing success last season, his team bought into his message of Pioneer Family, and now they're one win away from ending a 9-year playoff drought. Sports director Zach Hanley has our coach of the week.
1. Last season, Westfield football
2.
Almost wasn't.
3.
I was down to 14 kids, and the administration says we may not have a season.
So Kirk Kangas went knocking on doors.
He was going from door to door, be like, hey, do you want to play for us? So I was like, yeah, sure, why not? And best decision of my life.
We got 8 more kids to come out, and we had 22 kids out for football. And we went 3-6 that year, our first 3 wins since 2015.
Fast forward to this year,
Ready, hit.
Kangas has 45 players out
Ready, hit.
and shifted their focus to a team-first mentality.
Just always be together no matter what. Like, we're down, like, maybe we're losing a game 30, maybe we're winning by 30, no matter what, just always sticking together.
Something that he likes to call Pioneer Family.
They bought into that, and they're not selfish. It's all about family and the team, not the individuals.
It hits me home because I like hanging out with people and I like working together. And it just, I don't know, it just makes sense, so why not roll with it?
Right.
And obviously it's been working.
The change in culture has this group
Ready. 1.
a win away from their first trip to the playoffs since 2013.
We could have a chance of being 6-3 and making the playoffs. It's just like a surreal moment, kind of. Just being like, wow, we actually did it. We're changing the way the program is going.
All thanks to Kirk Kangas.
Come on, Owen.
And his Pioneer family.
Sports director Zach Hanley reporting. If you have a nominee for our coach of the week, just email Zach at zhanley@WISC-TV.com. Drama continuing amongst the Badger football team. Former Wisconsin defensive lineman is going to be playing the rest of his college football elsewhere, entering the transfer portal late Wednesday night. Interim coach Jim Leonard says that Brown was dismissed from the team after an incident at practice Wednesday. The Journal-Sentinel reporting that he struck a teammate. The backup right tackle appeared in 26 games, making 3 starts during his time at EW.
After several recent head injuries, the NFL is updating its concussion protocol. Now the safety spotlight is shining on how to protect high school football from head injuries. A new study published in the medical journal Pediatrics suggests changing the way high schoolers practice may help. The researchers from Indiana University studied 3 Midwest teams in the 2021 season using mouth sensors to gauge the impact different plays and drills have on an athlete's head.
Numbers kind of astounded me. So 74 players a season, they looked at 7,300 head impacts. So it's close to 100 impacts per player on average.
Researchers say minimizing head impacts during drills and practice may help reduce head injuries overall. Around the state this morning, Wisconsin researchers looking to collect data on wild bumblebee nests this past summer are turning to man's best friend for help. Meet Betty White and Ernie. They're trained to locate Wisconsin's 20 species of bumblebees. A dog's superior sense of smell makes it possible to locate nests and collect data on the pollinators.
Nests in general are just super hard for humans to find by themselves. So any valuable, find for the dogs is going to be helpful for the researchers.
The dogs are trained to detect more than just bees. They've also been used to find turtle nests.
Interesting.
That is very fascinating. 6:20 right now. Coming up in trending this morning, a food fight over inflation. The video you have to see.
And in our next half hour, the major question we're trying to get answered this morning about a Dane County deputy shooting and killing someone. That's ahead. Stay with us.
Final Drive high school football coverage, Fridays at 10.
Cobuson Buses, now hiring.
My name's Mike Williams. I've been driving school bus off and on for 21 years. Here at our terminal, we're kind of like a family too. Somebody has an issue with a bus, other people kick in and help and get the job done.
In the Senate, Ron Johnson pushed tax loopholes benefiting himself and his donors.
Did my business benefit? Sure. Did some of my donor businesses? Sure.
But here's what Johnson's doing to us. He voted to raise the retirement age and allow cuts to Social Security. Even supports letting Wisconsin ban nearly all abortions and said, if you don't like it, you can move. Ron Johnson works for himself, never us. SMP is responsible for the content of this ad.
The garage door is America's new front door. So why not look at it in a whole new way? Let Precision's experienced designers come to you. Let us show you the difference a new Precision garage door can make.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
I'd like to thank our sponsor, Liberty Mutual. They customize your car insurance so you only pay for what you need. Contestants ready? Go! Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1, what's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2, join Planet Fitness for $1 down, $10 a month, cancel anytime, and get moving. Go cardio crazy in our clean and spacious clubs. Jam out on the strength machines and get down with some dumbbells. Step 3, bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for $1 down, $10 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, October 14th.
You protected our rights, preserved our freedom. You may have even risked your life for us. Now, it's our turn to fight for you. Your local Wisconsin emergency, energy, and housing assistance providers, and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund reward the service of our veterans with rental and energy support in their time of crisis. Apply today to get the fresh start you've earned.
I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
Ron Johnson caught lying. Independent fact checks call his attacks on Mandela Barnes false and misleading. But it's Johnson's views that are alarming. Johnson supported a ban on abortions. He co-sponsored a bill that makes no exceptions for rape, incest, or the life of the woman. And Johnson said if women don't like it, they can move. The truth is, it's Ron Johnson who doesn't belong in Wisconsin.
Cobuson Buses, now hiring.
Working with Cobuson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. If you do need time off, they work around you. They definitely try to make it a company that's based for you.
Visit Cobuson.com to apply.
Dare you fight?
We're back.
Jinx, owe me a soda.
Stanford and I are running into the weekend like.
So this is 2 pictures of one deer, side by side here. Second Crop Creative doing a great job snapping a photo of some nature.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Hey, deer hunting.
Did you just get that?
I did. Yes, no, I got it. I was just laughing at Chris struggling with it.
We got it. We got it. Thank you for sharing this photo with us. It's a lovely one. If you want to share your morning, use the hashtag MyNews3Morning and post on social media.
Leah will be back on Monday. It's been nice being a little, I feel like a little Chris sandwich right here. What do you call it, Reese?
A croissant.
Croissant. 30 more minutes. God. We got 30 more minutes.
You guys. You guys.
Trending this morning at 6:24, a wealth manager trying to make a point about inflation caused a social media food fight.
Yes, I had a nice lunch at Taco Bell. Cost me about $28.
Wait a minute. You spent $28 at Taco Bell for just yourself?
For lunch, yeah. It's true.
This tweet.
By the way, that is an appropriate question to ask after somebody says they spent $28 at Taco Bell. This just blew up on social media. One guy tweeted, if you eat $28 of Taco Bell, you hate your colon. Others imagine that meal is going to look quite big. Look at this. 14 times $2 burritos equals $28. Scott Martin ended up tweeting out that he says, what he says was actually in his $28 order, a hefty list consisting of burrito supreme, nachos, large drink, tacos, cheesy gorditas, plus tax. He had $28 at Taco Bell.
Where is this man at? What kind of taxes? I feel like that was $14 worth of taxes.
Yeah. Oh, well. Hey, bus stop forecast real quick.
Yeah.
It's sponsored. We got to get to it.
The bus stop forecast. Pretty cloudy today. Temperatures hang out in the 40s. We'll see spotty showers. Could be mixed in with grapple at times as well.
You guys are giving me such a hard time.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
I love being an orthopedic surgeon because I can help people improve their lives. My name is Ashish Raval. I'm an orthopedic surgeon. My specialty is sports medicine, focusing specifically on the care of the shoulder, hip, and knee.
I'm Sheriff Jim Johnson.
I'm Sheriff Eric Severson.
We've got the real story on Mandela Barnes.
Barnes wants to defund our police, but he spent over $600 grand of your money on police protection for himself.
Barnes wants to eliminate bail for violent felons, and his administration has already released over 800 criminals, including 44 child rapists.
Take it from us.
Mandela Barnes policies are a threat to your family.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
Menards has the adhesives and sealants to get your project done. Loctite has the strongest and most durable construction adhesives that you can buy. You can use it anywhere, inside and out. Protect your home from the elements with OSI quad window, door, and siding sealant. It's an effective air and moisture barrier, and it helps you save on energy costs. Right now, all adhesives and sealants are 11% off at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Wells Fargo lets you know where you stand with your FICO credit score. What if you knew where you stood with everything, like your future in-laws?
Hope you like cats.
I hope your parents like me. They're whispering.
The kitties like her.
Oh, can they tell I'm allergic? Tears of joy.
Welcome to the family.
Like knowing where you stand? When it comes to your credit score, you can with Wells Fargo.
Precision engineering, rigorous attention to detail. A Bryant Evolution heating system is so well designed, it's as much of a joy to install as it is to use.
Good to go.
Bryant, whatever it takes.
In the Oregon area, contact Tarkenton Brothers Heating and Sheet Metal for quality comfort solutions.
Ortho Team Clinic, we're able to provide comprehensive shoulder care to really address all the different shoulder problems that a patient may have. Listening is at the center of how we're able to treat these patients effectively.
Developing this morning, the latest from investigators after a deadly officer-involved critical incident in Dane County.
Also, an Eye on Education report. The Madison School District is upgrading all of its playgrounds. Where the money's coming from and what students think.
We are watching snowflakes fly on radar to our north and west. Yeah, it's moving into Wisconsin this morning. What will that mean for you, though?
That's the big question today as we all have our eye on some decent snowfall to our north and west. Thanks for joining us. Happy Friday. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Josh Breider. Leah will be returning on Monday. Meteorologist Chris Reese is here with their certified most accurate forecast. My phone was blowing up yesterday, like from Wanakee to the east side of Madison, west side.
And this is different than any other day.
No.
How?
Everyone was talking about the snow.
Yes.
And the grauple, whatever you were seeing, it was kind of all over the place, but kind of interesting. I know this is the time of year we typically start to see it.
It is.
It's still always shocking that first time.
Yeah, I put out a tweet yesterday. I said, in the 5 years that I've been here, every year, I take a look at when the first snowflakes were, and it's between October 10th and October 17th of all 5 years that I've been here.
Smack dab in the middle.
Right in the middle. October 13th yesterday, and, well, we got a chance to see some more today.
Oh, my goodness. Did you sleep last night?
Just a little bit. Here's the radar for you. We are tracking some of those snow showers from the north and west. You know I love it. I've just got to embrace it here, but we are tracking some of those snow showers from the north and west. The reality is a lot of this really comes down to the form of rain by the time it gets here. We're going to be warming up, but we still do have a northwesterly flow. Doppler track over southern Wisconsin is dry right now. You've got to drive 2.5 hours north out of Madison before you actually run into some of those snowflakes as you begin to approach Eau Claire. Meanwhile, the Madison Metro still dry, no issues, headed out the door. It is going to be just fine. That being said, here are temperatures right now. 27 for Verona, 27 in Wanakee. Sauk City and Perry a little bit colder at 26. 37 still being reported at the Dane County Regional Airport there. But hey, skies have cleared out, so you've got a little bit of sun this morning. Eventually, the cloud cover is going to move right back in, though, so do be prepared for that. 46 by the time we get you towards noon. At that point, our rain showers mixed with snow, sleet, and grapple moved into the picture, and we won't move all that much. 47 is your forecast time.
All right, Chris Reese, thank you very much. This morning, we continue to ask questions about a situation turned deadly in Windsor. Last night, multiple agencies responded to the Super 8 Hotel near County Highway CV and Lake Circle.
This morning, a deputy is now on administrative leave after a shooting incident there. The DOJ now investigating after the deputy fired their gun at someone who died at the hospital from their injuries.
Per Wisconsin state statute, we are having an outside investigative team conduct the investigation into this incident. The DOJ Division of Criminal Investigations will be handling the investigation.
The sheriff's office says no law enforcement were injured. There has been no information released yet on what led the deputy to pull the trigger. Once we find out the answer to that question, you can learn more as we stay up to date with this on News 3 Now and Channel3000.com.
In North Carolina this morning, police say a juvenile is in custody after a shooting that left at least 5 people dead, including an off-duty police officer. Raleigh police say that the suspect was taken into custody more than 4 hours after the incident began. This all happened in a residential neighborhood on the east side of Raleigh. According to the Gun Violence Archive, this is the 531st mass shooting in America this year.
All of us in Raleigh right now need to come together. We need to support those in our community who have suffered a terrible loss, a loss of a loved one.
One victim remains in the hospital in critical condition this morning. A police canine officer was also shot. That canine does not have life-threatening injuries.
The Wisconsin Department of Health Services says more than 100,000 fentanyl testing strips are in the hand of organizations across the state to be handed out for free. Drugs mixed with fentanyl are the leading cause of overdose deaths in Wisconsin. The strips allow drug users to test for the deadly drug, which is often laced with other drugs. This mixing is the reason why opioid overdose deaths remain high in Wisconsin. To campaign 2022 coverage now at 6:34, the Wisconsin Business for Democracy speaking out about their concerns for small businesses this election season. During a news conference, members from the network saying they want to encourage people to support voting reforms, regardless of candidate or party.
As a business owner, my job and our job is to provide good customer service, and so what we need to do as employers is remind our teams that we need them to do a good job in participating in democracy, and part of what that is taking time to understand the issues and how it affects them.
They say that because they need stability and consistency, they can't do that without stable elections, but they do not publicly endorse any candidates.
Madison students are getting new playgrounds, and they are nothing like the ones that we grew up with. In today's Eye on Education, where the money's coming from and what the kids think about their new play spaces. There are swings adults are used to. Then there's this.
My favorite part is when you go so high that your butt jumps off of it.
There's no doubt Hugel Elementary's new playground looks quite different.
This one's a lot newer and colorfuler, and the other one had a whole bunch of holes and it was breaking down.
This is 5th grader Caleb's favorite section.
Feels like you're in a American Ninja Warriors. Kind of makes you feel like you're running on a wall. You don't want to miss anything on here. You want to do every single thing every single day.
The equipment is so different, kids are making up names for it.
Yeah, I call it the tornado.
If you could describe this playground in one word, what would it be?
Awesome.
All the new equipment has the kids even more excited to come out for recess, providing that crucial balance between exercising their minds and exercising their bodies. MMSD is renovating more than 30 playgrounds across the district. More than $700,000 in funding is coming from federal COVID relief money. More than $4 million is coming out of the operating budget. Hugel's principal says the benefits are priceless.
We're a school that really focuses in on restorative justice and mutual concern, respect, and dignity. And we see those kinds of things playing out here as well as in classrooms, which is just exactly what we'd want to have happen.
And I can spin really fast on it. Do you want me to show you?
Yes, I want you to show me.
Okay. And I get dizzy. I feel energized and ready to learn sometimes, and really hungry.
It's an investment you could say the kids would bend over backwards for. Part of the funding for Hugel's new playground came from some private donations, just part of it. Of the 33 playground projects in the Madison Metro School District, 5 are under construction right now, 4 are still planned, the rest are finished. It's 6:37 on your Friday morning. Let's take a look outside. It's a very chilly start to your Friday. Coming up, Chris is timing out the chance that we could see some snow.
Plus, the 2022 Wisconsin Book Festival officially underway in Madison, how they're celebrating the 20th anniversary.
Furniture and Appliance Mart's Ultimate Sale is going on now. Get 10% off LG appliance packages of 3 or more pieces, plus guaranteed delivery within 5 days on all in-stock appliances at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley off the Beltline in East Springs Drive.
A 12-year-old girl can't legally drive a car. At 12, she can't even vote. But if this little girl were tragically raped or a victim of incest and became pregnant, Radical Tim Michaels would force her to deliver the baby. He said it's, quote, not unreasonable for the state government to mandate rape victims to give birth. Would it be unreasonable if he were forcing this on you? Let him know on Election Day.
Very loud. It sounds like a bull running through a china shop. I don't know what else to say.
People don't realize how nice a door can run until they get it serviced. It's whisper quiet. Your neighbors will thank you.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Welcome. We're so glad you're here. Looking for one of our most capable Ford SUVs? Okay, great. We've got you covered. Spacious interiors, innovative tech, good looks, and a legendary off-road experience. Check out our inventory today, or let us help you place a custom order. Getting into the perfect Ford SUV? Well, it's easier than ever. Yeah, we've got you covered. Now choose Flexpay on a 2022 Ford Escape or Edge and get 0% financing for 66 months.
So I just started this new trapeze class and...
Whoa, the new iPhone is here.
I know, right? The ultimate iPhone. US Cellular paid for mine and I was already a customer.
The new iPhone is here.
Right, and you'd be smart to get it at US Cellular. They have price protection, so you know your rate won't go up.
Now, new and current customers can get any new iPhone 14 Pro or iPhone 14 Pro Max on us.
Okay, I'll just wait here and watch your donut.
At US Cellular, where every plan is price protected.
And now please welcome Anna Montoya.
Hello there, fellow students.
Ashley's Ultimate Sale is going on now. Shop in store today and get ultimate discounts. Clearance items are up to 78% off. Plus, get a bonus 10% off our sale prices at checkout. Don't miss these ultimate savings. Only at Ashley.
The Wisconsin Broadcasters Association Foundation presents the 2022 Wisconsin Gubernatorial Debate. Incumbent Democratic Governor Tony Evers debates Republican challenger Tim Michels Friday at 7 p.m. on WISC-TV.
Once you start, you just can't stop.
On UW Homecoming Week, Mark Kane introduces you to a Wisconsin alum with a unique collection that chronicles decades of Badger history. Right on the button. Monday on News 3 Now at 10. You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
A local welder has come out of retirement and is sparking interest of area high schoolers. Wanda White worked for 30 years at Stoughton Trailers, and she's teaching a welding class now. There are currently 8 high schoolers who signed up for Wanda's Welding for Women class. Their career exploration course is run by the Dane County School Consortium. The group's goal is to promote non-traditional occupations among students, in this case, specifically young girls.
They look at your work and then they look at theirs and they say, oh, well, you know what? Maybe she can do this, you know. And I'm looking at them like, yeah, I can do this.
I like her.
Don't you love it? The girls taking her class say they are learning a lot about welding and how much it impacts the world, and having some fun doing it. It's the second round of Women for Welding.
The 2022 Wisconsin Book Festival is officially underway in Madison for the 20th anniversary. It runs through the weekend. The vast majority of the 45 events are being held at the Central Library downtown. All of the events are back in person for the first time since the pandemic. They've invited a number of local and national authors and promised they've casted a wide net. So whether you want to bring the whole family or you just prefer nonfiction over fantasy, they have something for you.
Book events are a little bit different from every other event because they offer you the opportunity to interact with the person who created it. So you go to the movies or a concert, you don't get to ask Harry Styles or Julia Roberts about what they just did afterward. But at the Wisconsin Book Festival, you always have the chance for a question and answer period.
The final event starts 1:30 Sunday afternoon. We have a link on channel3000.com so you can see all of the authors they are featuring this weekend.
Well, check out what the National Weather Service up in Duluth is sharing this morning. That's where snow has been falling now for quite some time. They have measured 1.8 inches up there as of 6 o'clock this morning.
And here's a live look at St. Paul, Minnesota, where you can barely see the Capitol as snow begins to fall there this morning. Yeah, you should be looking at the capital of Minnesota, but we cannot see it right now because of the snow. I know Mom and Dad Sprider are seeing flakes flying in my hometown of Litchfield as well. That system heading our way. Let's check in with a very giddy meteorologist, Chris Reese, as he plans somebody's day.
Hi, Chris. My name is Finn from Madison. Chris, plan my day.
Well, hey, Finn, you might see a couple snowflakes today, but also you're probably going to end up seeing more rain than anything else. Here's what we're looking at outside right now. It's actually beautiful. We had some cloud cover move out of the picture, and the sun's trying to come up for us, so you've got a little pink in the sky there. 37 the temperature right now in Madison. Winds out of the south and west at about 6 miles per hour. We find a lot of temperatures into the 30s across Wisconsin. Colder to the west, warmer to the east, where there's been a little bit more cloud cloud cover. The airport at Dane County Regional has been a warm spot, though, coming in at 37 for Madison. Other communities have been into the 20s and 30s. But let's talk about how the rest of today begins to play out. So Doppler track is clear for us in the Madison area right now. You zoom things out, and that's where we begin to track some snow to our north and west. That live shot that we just showed you out of St. Paul, this is where some steady snow continues to come down. That goes back towards Wilmer, Minnesota, Mankato, towards Rochester. All of this will continue to push to the south and east, eventually working its way into parts of Wisconsin. But as our temperatures begin to warm up, that is when we begin to see things kind of transition over to a period of some rain showers. So 10 o'clock to noon, that's when rain showers will begin to develop from west to east. This model does not do the best job at handling how that plays out. But 10 o'clock to noon, you'll begin to see some of those rain showers developing over the area. And much like yesterday, you'll run into some grapple, you'll run into some sleet, maybe even some snowflakes mixed in, but most of it's liquid as temperatures hang out into the upper 40s today. By 5:30, 6 o'clock, a lot of this moves towards the north. We begin to calm things down. We'll cool down towards 31 for your overnight low tonight. Tomorrow we'll see a little bit more sunshine as temperatures warm up into the 50s. For your highs tomorrow. A beautiful day on Sunday, but a little bit cooler, more clouds. I can't rule out a stray shower. Monday is cool. We'll see flurries and snow showers on Monday, along with some rain showers too. Temperatures struggle to get out of the 30s.
All right, Chris Reese, thank you very much. Hey, that weather's going to have an impact on what's going on in the 608 this weekend. Josh Sprider is here with a preview of some things that are happening inside and outside.
Yeah, I'm hopeful that you can still do some of those outdoor activities, but it's going to be a little bit of adjustment. We're used to that here in Wisconsin, though, right? As always, there's a lot going on here in the 608, so first up that segment, it is that time again. If you want to head inside, check out the Madison area Fall Parade of Homes, returning this weekend and next. This is a scattered site self-guided tour featuring 21 constructed homes by builders across the area. Parade hours are today from 3 to 7 and Saturday and Sunday 11 to 6. And now to something that's had a lot of buzz this week in the 608. It's finally here. Von Maur is officially opening at Westtown Mall in Madison tomorrow. Numerous indoor events are planned for shoppers and families to enjoy, including free giveaways, cornhole games, and free food tasting from some of the mall favorites. Organizers say the events will be going on between 11 to 2 on Saturday. A Saturday of fun also awaits for you at the Monona Fall Festival. It's happening at Winnequa Park. They're planning various kids' activities, pie tasting, chili, and the hoot hoot. Hustle, run, walk. Did I do good, Stanford?
Yeah, good job.
That's going to be benefiting the Winnequa School PTO and the Monona Parks and Recreation. There will be a mix of paid and free attractions at this event, so be sure to check out the City of Monona's website for details. Remember, you can always see what's going on in the 608 by going to our section of channel3000.com. There's also the community calendar in partnership with our friends at Madison Magazine. So we got some indoor events, we got some outdoor events. Whatever you're looking for, we've got it.
Madison Night Market tonight, too,
yes,
which you featured in the last half hour.
Yeah, which it's a special Friday event. Typically, they're on the Thursday evening, but they've got one happening tonight, which I think will be a big drive, even though the weather's looking kind of so-so. Get out there and support some local businesses, because I know they can all need our help down there in the State and Gilman Street area. So it's always such a beautiful put-on program. They do such a nice job with it.
And if you are planning on heading down there tonight, have that News 3 Now First One weather app handy so you can time out any potential showers or anything that might be coming.
Hopefully they're out of here by then, but you're still going to need that parka, the hat. It's going to be a little chilly.
That's part of the experience.
Yeah,
though.
Maybe find some hot chocolate somewhere, bundle up with the family.
Good stuff this week, Josh.
Yeah, you bet.
Remember to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. Reach out to him on social media or email him for a chance to be featured.
6:48 is your time on a Friday morning. Coming up in the morning sprint, the National Weather Service confirming multiple tornadoes this week in Wisconsin.
And we want to say happy birthday to Connor.
Aww.
And all the kiddos turning 3 today. Thanks for celebrating with us. Have a good one.
This portion of News 3 Now is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Warrens, Wisconsin.
Looking at mattresses?
I'm just looking.
Jump on it, roll on it.
No.
Just pretend I'm not here. You have any questions?
Buying a mattress can be uncomfortable.
She seemed nice.
That's why Slumberland has modernized the process. Slumberland. Mattress shopping reinvented.
The Internet of Things is evolving, creating the Internet of You. And Spectrum, America's leading internet and mobile provider, is bringing you seamless connectivity across all your devices. Introducing Spectrum One. Spectrum internet with speeds of 300 megabits, advanced Wi-Fi, and Spectrum Mobile Unlimited, all for just $49.99 a month. Call 833-673-4999. Spectrum Internet delivers speeds up to a gig with over 99.9% network reliability. Advanced Wi-Fi provides enhanced security and privacy that automatically blocks threats to protect all of your devices. And Spectrum Mobile gives you unlimited talk, text, and data with nationwide 5G and the most reliable service coast to coast. Switch now. Call 833-673-4999. At Spectrum, it's not just about connecting things, it's about connecting you. Get it all with Spectrum One, Spectrum Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, and one line of Spectrum Mobile Unlimited for $49.99 a month. Call 833-673-4999 or visit a Spectrum store today.
Reducing prison populations is now sexy. Reducing prison populations is now sexy.
Sexy? Mandela Barnes's administration has released over 800 criminals, including 44 child rapists. That's not sexy. It's terrifying. And as a mother, I don't want Mandela Barnes anywhere near the Senate. From defunding our police to releasing predators, Mandela Barnes is a threat to Wisconsin families.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
Chevy Silverado. It's got the power you want and the capability you need to do the job so you can get to the important work. Find new moments, find new roads. It's Chevy truck season. Qualified lessees can use $1,000 engine lease cash to get this Silverado for around $449 a month, or get a $1,000 accessory allowance toward a new Chevy truck with accessories.
One small step. One big surprise. A yummy treat. Out of this world toys and more fun with Appley Do to ignite their discovery of space. Kinder Joy.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Right now at Slumberland Furniture, you'll get 30% off all living room furniture. Yup, sofas, sectionals, tables, recliners, and more. All 30% off. Plus 30% off select mattresses and 20% off everything else. On now at Slumberland Furniture.
Open a certificate or money market account at Summit Credit Union today.
6:51, time for the morning sprint.
Happening tonight, the first and only gubernatorial debate before the midterm elections is taking place. It will be held right here in the News 3 Now studios. Governor Evers and Republican challenger Tim Michels will go head-to-head in their first and only televised debate. You can see it live on air and online starting at 7.
The state predicts it will wrap up its case against the Waukesha Christmas parade tragedy driver on Monday. Now, they have served 12 of Darrell Brooks' 13 subpoenas. One of them was for the state of Wisconsin, which is an entity and not a person, and therefore cannot be called into stand. Yesterday, Brooks went on a 50-minute rant calling for the dismissal of the case against him, citing a number of reasons why proceedings shouldn't continue. However, the judge denied the request.
It's a big weekend for Badger men's hockey team. It not only is their home opening series, but they're hosting an old WCHA friend, St. Cloud State. The last time the Huskies were at the Kohl Center, the year was 2012. This year, St. Cloud State enters Madison undefeated and ranked 10th in the country. Puck drop at the Kohl Center is set for 7 o'clock.
The National Weather Service confirming that 4 EF0 tornadoes touched down in the Milwaukee area Wednesday. It includes the first confirmed tornado in Milwaukee County in over 2 decades. Teams surveyed damage in Jefferson, Washington, Ozaukee, and Milwaukee counties. They say the last time a tornado occurred in Wisconsin in October was in 2019.
2 people are without a home this morning after a house fire in Madison. It happened in the 4200 block of Doncaster Drive. Contractors were working on the home's exterior with a heat-conducting device when they noticed smoke coming from a nearby wall. Fire crews arrived to find smoke coming from the front porch. No one was injured.
An 18-year-old Wanakee man accused of slapping a woman on the behind on the UW campus. Now charged. That charge is 4th-degree sexual assault. Police started looking for Ethan Peltier on September 7th after a woman reported being slapped by a man riding a motorized scooter. The incident happened on the Lakeshore Path. Police arrested Peltier just 2 days after asking the public for help.
Elon Musk is under federal investigation over his $44 billion Twitter deal. That's according to a Thursday court filing by the social media platform. Twitter did not say what specific conduct officials may be investigating. The company's filing elsewhere accused Musk's legal team of failing to produce communications with the Securities and Exchange Commission and Federal Trade Commission.
The city of La Crosse being sued over its ban on conversion therapy on minors. It's being filed by the conservative law firm Wisconsin Institute for Law and Liberty. They argue the ban violates the First Amendment. Medical and psychological officials contend that such therapy is not only ineffective, but also potentially seriously harmful. The La Crosse School District and the YWCA are among more than 20 local groups supported by the ban.
The Food and Drug Administration has announced a shortage of the attention deficit hyperactivity drug Adderall. According to the agency's drug shortages page, back orders for several generic forms of the drug are expected to last into March. The FDA says Teva Pharmaceuticals is having ongoing intermittent manufacturing delays. Other manufacturers are producing, but they don't have enough supply to continue to meet U.S. market demand.
Nicholas Cruz, the gunman in the 2018 high school shooting in Parkland, Florida, will not be sentenced to death. After a weeks-long trial, a jury failed to unanimously agree to execute him. Instead, he'll be sentenced to life in prison without parole for the murders of 14 students and 3 staff members. The jury foreman said he was disappointed in the outcome, but other jurors had concerns about Cruz's mental health.
Check this out. These are photos of the Mississippi River from East Memphis, which is experiencing critically low water levels right now. According to the latest update from the U.S. Drought Monitor released, 55% of the country is experiencing drought conditions.
We are still tracking snowflakes moving into the picture from the north and west this morning. This moves down I-94, and eventually we will start to be impacted by this system. But it's more so rain with sleet and graupel mixed into the picture. Clear skies headed out right now. Cloud cover will be on the increase again from the north and west. So you see where temperatures have dropped even into the 20s back towards Boscobel, where those clearing skies where temperatures were able to drop just a little bit more. 46 by lunchtime. We keep those clouds around even when you are not dealing with any kind of shower activity today, and you'll only warm up to 47 for your high later on this afternoon. 53 tomorrow, 48 on Sunday. Enjoy Monday in the cold, Josh. 30s for much of the day. You'll barely make 41.
Yeah, good story for you Monday morning out of Middleton, but it's going to be a chilly one.
Hat and gloves?
Yes, I'm going to have to find them. Have a good weekend, folks. Thanks for joining us.